Okay, fine, let's take the flowers. That should be quite easy. Oh, look at that bear. Bears are no match for us now. Oh, what? It didn't drop anything. That's infuriating. Oh, that's the grave? Text on Senna's shrine. Senna, beloved, may your ashes be gathered by Falondin and carried safely after all the long years you carried me. Oh, okay. Return to the widower. Oh, what's here? Looks like some sort of ruins. What is this place? Looks like a memorial of some sort. Interesting. Okay, now to these two. Find Lord Woolsley and a spirit in the lake. This is so far from Redcliffe. How are we supposed to bring Lord Woolsley back to Redcliffe? That's impossible, isn't it?
Nothing to report, sir.
Oh damn, can I not walk over there? Oh, thank goodness. Yes, the lake where we found Blackwall. I better pick up the herbs, lest someone else wants herbs from me and I don't have them. Maybe let's deal with the spirit first. Place Blood Lotus. See, someone needs my herbs again. Oh! Thanks for the sword, I guess. Belt of Urgency. The wearer of this belt gains a small boost to attack speed when below 50% health. Huh. Interesting. Let's check our weapons. We did get a weapon. I think that would be for Blackwall. But it's weaker. Let's sell it then. Hold on. Blackwell does not have any accessories. Need to change that. What is cunning? I don't know. Mighty blow. Whirlwind. Sure. Okay, now to find Mr. Woolsley. Oh! Is that him? Don't run away! Where are you running?
Lord Woolsey, I presume? A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Ah, good.
Oh, okay. He understood what I wanted. Somehow. It's going back on its own, I hope. I assume so. Okay. Why can we not fast travel to Redcliffe? This is a major oversight. Oh! I can. First of all, get to that elf, say we've put the flowers on his wife's grave.
I do not suppose you found my Senna's shrine. I know it is a long way to go.
I did as you asked.
I cleaned Senna's shrine and placed the flowers. May her ashes be gathered by Falondine and carried safely.
After all the long years she carried me, thank you. You do a foolish old man too much kindness. Maceranus, Dalen, take this with my gratitude. Senna would have wanted you to have it.
Thank you. Whatever you gave me. What did you give me? I don't know. I kinda just lied. I said I cleaned up her grave, but I really didn't. Did I?
Blessings upon the Inquisition. Hear the news.
Of course.
Henley?
How can I help you?
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Hanley Dervain of the Cumberland Circle of Magi. I heard of your miraculous survival at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and I am so honored to meet you.
Oh, a fan. For a change, a fan in the Chantry. Why do you want circles? Do you want circles?
I thought this was the stronghold of the rebellion. Why do you want the circles back?
I never supported this rebellion. I'm a loyal Andrastian, and I deplore the chaos this war has wrought. The Templars rebelling, the murder of the Most Holy. I can scarce live with the guilt.
Then why are you here?
Then what are you doing in Redcliffe?
The circles voted. Rebellion won out. What was I to do? Launch a counter-rebellion on my own? I followed my first enchanter's lead, as I always have. She brought us here.
What do you think about Tevinter?
I take it you don't support the Tevinters.
Andraste's ashes, never. They don't even sing the right chant. And they sacrifice children, don't they?
I don't think
I don't
so.
know how the Grand Enchanter could think of accepting their offer. You can get us out of this bargain, can't you? Before we're all shipped off to the Imperium like cattle.
I can't promise anything. Where are they?
I haven't seen anyone from Tevinter in the village.
They're all at the castle, plotting, no doubt.
But that's not true. I've seen Dorian
Thank you for your time.
and Alexios and Felix. But I guess they are not strolling around in the marketplace.
Pleased to hear it.
What do you have to
Supplies,
sell?
your worship?
Your warship. Free Marcher's helmet. I can't even use that armor. Okay, whatever. I can sell you stuff, though. Disciple Eye Staff. Reinforced Shield. Raider Hatchet. Mercenary Lord Blade. Claymore. Templar Shield, so I can get rid of that shield. Yeah, I've got something better. I still got the Gift of the Mountain Father, that should suffice. What about my bows? Let's keep one bow. Okay, I think we have enough inventory space. Okay. And I hope Woolsey is back. Hey.
Lord Wolseley came back. He says you convinced him. Here, for all your trouble.
He really said that? How can you understand him? Oh, there it is. And we went in there already. Speaking of the castle, I don't know where the castle is. Is the castle here somewhere? Do I want to go in there?
True enough. And how much did you need? Hello again.
Hello. I thought we talked to him already.
You seem young to be part of this.
Yeah,
It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
Yeah, it is all very strange. Okay, I think that's it on this map. So far. Let's go back to Haven. I don't suppose we have new dialogue. Whoa! What was that lag? It has to be on the safe side.
Greetings.
No.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Cullen.
Yes?
Are you with anyone? Did we ask him that already?
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know.
Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Fair enough. And why did you become a Templar?
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars as our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
That's not very old.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about your family?
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
What do Templars do?
Before coming here, my keeper suggested I avoid Templars. Did they do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages?
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
Well, I'm also a mage and I didn't need anyone to protect me from possession. Did you live in a circle?
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do you not speak to the mages?
The Templars and mages never speak to each other.
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You can't build friendship like that without communication. How are Templars trained?
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy it?
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
You were a model student, but yet you're here with the Inquisition and not with the Templars anymore.
The Templars take vows. I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages, that sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Another time, then.
Sounds like a zealous bunch.
Was there something you needed?
Tell me about your colleagues.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Well, Josephine, for example.
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
Yeah. Liliana?
How do you like working with Liliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
And your soldiers?
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
Okay, some other Templars are joining us.
I should let you get back to work.
No, we don't.
Is there something you needed?
Why did the Templars leave?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
With Justinia being neutral and stuff, not at the Templar side, I kinda understand that. What changed? Or what changed? Yeah.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. And I sympathize with their frustrations.
Anything I should know? Have I asked that question
Is
before?
there anything I should know?
The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery, but the Templars will aid us. They cannot sit idle while the breach remains.
Yeah, I do think they want to close the breach as well, so if we can just prove to them that we are able to close the breach, maybe they will help us. Now to the more important question. Are you with anyone?
Did you leave anyone behind in Kirkwall?
No. I fear I made few friends there, and my family's in Ferelden.
No one special caught your interest?
I can't say I was looking. Honestly, I was not good company back then.
Oh. Perhaps I might interest you. He's gonna refuse, I know that already, but all in fun, right?
I might enjoy your company.
I would value your friendship. I'm afraid I cannot offer more. I trust you'll understand.
Ah, Cullen. Such a shame. Varric.
Need something?
Never mind.
Carry on.
Sarah?
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name,
You
that's
think
bad.
entirely too
Bet
much
he's got a
about
portrait
that
taller than
elf,
he is.
Sarah.
That's your first clue to a total arse.
I've got eyes, don't I?
I suggest you use them elsewhere. Besides, she's not one of the magic elves. She's one of the normal dirty ones.
Do you have any opinions about our allies?
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
Well, first of all, my advisors.
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. I swear I've seen her too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen. I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair though.
What about Varric? He's also a rogue like you.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Okay, that's not the impression I got with Varric. Okay. Solas?
What about Solus?
Solus. His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
I agree. Cassandra?
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
Oh, Blackwall.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? I'd like to see him out of that uniform.
Ooh.
Not like that.
Oh. Vivienne?
What's your opinion of
You don't
Vivienne?
like her, right?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
She's the noble.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
Okay, I'll ask the other questions next time I come around here. Solas, you better have some new dialogue, I swear.
What can I do for you?
Nope.
We'll talk later. Goodbye.
Where is Blackwall?
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected.
What do you mean by
He seems
that?
to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Did you expect him to be a bad man?
I'll leave you to your work.
I can't think why anyone would think of the Wardens as bad. They are the saviors after all. Basically.
All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost.
Yes?
Oh, any chance we might know. Never mind. Helping the circle.
Thank you for all that you are doing. You return.
Oh, you were not talking to me? I'm sorry again. Damn it.
Farewell.
Make her go with you. Thank you for all that you are doing to her.
Okay. Report. Our efforts bore fruit. A portion of the profits will be passed to you. Use it wisely. 79, not bad. Dalen, Andaran Atishan, it does my heart well to hear that you are safe. Our clan was visited by members of the Inquisition who spoke persuasively of the good work you are doing, as well as the fairness with which our kind have been treated by the Inquisition itself. You know that Clan Levelan has little by way of gold, but I gave the messengers some of our healing herbs, as Siles blessed us with abundance in our recent foraging. We would be a distraction if we came to the Inquisition itself, our hunters arguing with the humans, as they so easily do. Nevertheless, if you need aid, send word and we are with you. Dares Shival, Keeper Istimethorial Lavelan. Oh, thank you. I mean, she's probably not our mother, but... She's probably not our mother. Wait, do I even have a mother? Why I'm not hearing from my mother or my parents? This is choosing the Templars, basically. And this is choosing mages. I need to decide. Damn. Okay, let us read this first. Redcliffe Castle and the mages who would close the breach are under the control of Magister Gerion Alexius, a venatory cultist with an unhealthy interest in Levelan, and the power to pre-order time itself. He has kindly invited Levelan to the castle, alone, to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Liliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle. And remove the Venatori threat while Alexius' attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. This is crazy. Why do I have to come alone to negotiate? This is so weird. But I guess we will have the help from Dorian and Felix. And there are agents situated. Okay, these are the ones who want to hold a vigil for Divine Justinia, and Josephine should take that. What is this again? Inquisition needs bees. I do not know how someone would come to this idea, but I can see the use. It is a large area to search, however. A memo from Josephine, written on a note from Sarah. Know what ruins a party? Bees. I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe, but angry. Stingy, no good for honey, but great for throwing. He's somewhere south. Sarah has scribbled a jar of bees hitting someone in the face, also a butt. Okay. Too large an area to cover. Bounty hunters are a simpler bet. What? She knows a man who teaches how to jar, be safe but angry, so we can throw them at enemies. We just need to search for this man. Cullen, why don't you take this? Search the area. Okay. The Cult of Andraste. Before the Fifth Blight and the arrival of the hero Ferelden, Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped a dragon, one they believed to be Andraste reborn. Both the cultists and their dragon were long gone by the time the Chantry arrived to build a temple of sacred ashes, but there may still be undiscovered passages in the mountains containing their relics. With a concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful. This is a task best left to a few select agents knowledgeable regarding dangerous magic. I have just the ones in mind. Okay, Liliana, you're perfect for this.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Completed. Storm Coast, that's with the Grey Warden, right? Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity. What about the other one? What is this? The Black Emporium? Voices of the wind speak of a new power abroad in the world. Inquisition, they whisper, an ancient name restored, a memory rekindled and transformed into a blaze of hope. I hear the whispers and summon the fires of the Inquisition. Here in the depths beneath the city of chains, countless mysteries hide in shadow in anticipation of the light. Come, the Black Emporium awaits. Xenon the Antiquarian must spend his days composing melodramatic invitations to his establishment. I imagine being stuck in a chair for centuries leaves one somewhat lacking for entertainment. This particular message was hand-delivered by a cloaked figure at twilight, precisely as the sun disappeared beneath the peaks. My men spied the courier lurking about our outer gates for at least an hour waiting for sunset. A servant under the command of some very specific instructions, I assume. That said, I would encourage a visit to the Black Emporium. The Antiquarian's hoard is legendary, only those he deems worthy ever lays eyes on it. The champion of Kirkwall received an invitation once and reported, among other things, a strange mirror that could transform even flesh and bone. Who knows, we may uncover something that aids in the battle against Corypheus. Wait, who's Corypheus? What is it? This sounds very shifty, doesn't it? But it has no cost, because we were invited, presumably. My diplomatic efforts were successful. Many clerics are appreciative of our help, those who despaired that others listened to only the loudest and most divisive voices. While the Chantry is a political ally for the moment, I should caution that there are clerics who believe this was a ploy to control the divine election. We have not heard the last from them, Josephine. At least we're doing something. Let's do that.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Okay, yeah. The Wardens are reclusive but not untraceable. If there are signs of their passage on the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Sister Liliana, Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Rector. Venture forth. Okay, surely we need to have Blackwall here. Now do I bring Solas or Vivienne? I think Solas would be more knowledgeable about magic. But do we really need magic stuff? Grey Wardens? I mean, the disappearance, is that political or magical is the question. Okay, let's bring Solas, whatever. Sarah.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
Since when are they calling me your worship? That is... I don't feel comfortable with that. I'll look into it.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship.
Oh
That's
god,
a relief.
stop that.
The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
Ha ha. So not only do we need to find the wardens, we need to find our soldiers as well. And worry about the bandits. What the heck was that? The heck was that? What was that? That's a little bit unsettling.
My interest, sir.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
Okay, spider ichor. Oof. Look at this map. This is... what is this? The bandits. Holy crap. That's the mercenary group. Wardens of the Coast. So these are just signs of them, traces. There's a lot of red lyrium here. Holy crap. Well, that's very suspicious. Let's go to the mercenary group first. This is a dwarf, right? Is it? Maybe we should have brought Varric. Hold on, let me bring Varric because there are so many red lyrium stuff here as well. Okay, let me check their equipment and stuff. Black wall. Battlemaster. Hooked chain and a lot of muscle. War cry. Live it. The more foes nearby, the harder you fight, the tougher you get. You accept blows meant for allies, taking a portion of the damage. Yeah, Blackwall is some kind of a berserker, I suppose. Solas. I think of Solas more as a spirit guy, maybe? Revival. Varric. Subterfuge. Evade. Maybe it's also time to look at those upgrades. I haven't been looking at them because I figured maybe get all the abilities instead. But maybe that's not a good strategy after all. Oh, Josephine is already done. Damn. The Grey Wardens. The Blight had ravaged the land for months. The armies of the Great Kings amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky, it illuminated a vast seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. It was then, when courage seemed to fail and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived and stood before the armies of men. The Grey Wardens marched forth ever between men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield and held that line until the archdemon was dead, and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. Then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds rolled back, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, that none of their blood had been spilled. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us, taking losses so we do not have to. The tale outlined above is widely told, although subject to regional variations. Free marchers might substitute great kings for titles bestowed in their given city-states. In Ferelden, the implied army of wardens is sometimes replaced with two, representative of the national heroes who fought and defeated the archdemon at Denerim during the Fifth Blight. The beating of wings is a reference to the griffins the wardens are said to have ridden into battle. Although griffins went extinct long before the recent blight, they still appear in numerous stories, sometimes serving as a metaphor for the warden's unrestrained courage, but also employed to please an eager audience. Interesting. The Kunari, yeah, they are interesting. The people of the Kun are the least understood. The Kunari wars were brutal, but so was the Chantry Schism. So was the fall of the Imperium. Some of this misunderstanding is an accident of nature. The race we call Kunari are formidable. Nature has given them fierce horns and strange eyes, and the ignorant look on them and see monsters. Some is an accident of language. Few among the Kun's people speak the common tongue, and fewer speak it well. In a culture that strives for mastery, to have only a passable degree of skill is humiliating indeed, and so they often keep quiet among foreigners out of shame. But much of it is a result of the culture itself. The Kunari view their whole society as a single creature, a living entity whose health and well-being are the responsibility of all. Each individual is only a tiny part of the whole, a drop of blood in its veins. Important not for itself, but for what it is to the whole creature. Because of this, the Kunari most outsiders meet belong to the army, which the Kun regards as if it were the physical body, arms, legs, eyes and ears, the thing a creature needs in order to interact with the world. One cannot get to know a person solely by studying his hand or his foot, and so one cannot truly meet the Kunari until one has visited their cities. That is where their mind and soul dwell. In Zeheron and Parvolan, one can truly see the Kunari in their entirety. There, the unification of the Kunari into a single being is most evident. Workers whom the Kun calls the mind produce everything the Kunari require. The soul, the priesthood, seeks a greater understanding of the self, the world, and exhorts the body and mind to continually strive for perfection. The body serves as a go-between for the mind, the soul, and the world. Everyone and everything has a place decided by the Kun, in which they work for the good of the whole. It is a life of certainty, of equality, if not individuality. Interesting. Sounds like communism. The Venatori. I know what you have been telling the others. You mouth the word cult and repeat lies the Chantry has been spewing at us for 1,000 years. Look around you, my friend. See what mighty Tevinter is today, a once proud nation brought low, barely able to hold itself against the Oxmen. We neutered our mages at the behest of a foreign religion, exalted their false maker, and became the laughingstock of all Thedas. Now we have the chance to reclaim what is rightly ours, but only if we act. We cannot wait to see which way the wind is blowing. We must make it blow. The Venatori are hunters, recruited in secret over several years. We will descend with deadly purpose, to spill the blood of the south and make it ripe for conquest. When we return to our homeland, it will be as victors, with a new god as our patron. Then the cowards who refuse to aid us will know their mistake in full. Wow, they are a radical bunch, huh? The Wrath of Heaven. Those who oppose thee shall know the wrath of heaven. Field and forest shall burn, the seas shall rise and devour them. The wind shall tear the nations from the fact of the earth. Lightning shall rain down from the sky, they shall cry out to their false gods and find silence. Holy crap. Who was Andraste? This question has lingered in the ages since her death, not as easily answered as the faithful assume. Born an Alamari slave in the frontier realm of the Tevinter Imperium, now Ferelden, the chant says she is the bride of the Maker, that he told her in a vision of her role, leading the rebellion against the corrupt Magisters. Is it true, or as some early Andrastian cults believed, did the friendly spirit bestow this vision? We must remember that legends of Andraste were multitude in the years immediately following her execution, and beliefs we take for granted belong to the cult, victorious in suppressing all others. Indeed, even to suggest that there was once disagreement was considered the direst heresy. Until today, when we have lost even the memory of disagreement, All we know for certain is that Andraste inspired a world gripped by tyranny and chaos, that she helped spark a war which tore all of Thedas asunder. Oculara. A skull set upon a staff, these macabre artifacts cause magical shards in the area to glow with magical radiance when a viewer looks through the eyes of the skull. Alexius was quite clear in his orders. We must scour the countryside to find more of the shards. Without them, the Venatori cannot claim the treasure our master seeks. For that, we need the Oculara. Without them, the shards are nearly impossible to find, even if they are no longer cloaked by whatever magic hid them for all these centuries. So Alexius was the one who ordered the creation of these Oculara. Hunting down tranquils and killing them. The rebels abandoned most of them when they fled the circles. Remember, the skull will only attune properly if the tranquil is in close proximity to one of the shards when the demon is forced to possess him. Oh my god! What were they doing with the tranquil? Even then, the blow must be delivered immediately. The Oculara produced from tranquil, killed even minutes later, failed to illuminate the shards when used. I trust you to continue your efforts in this matter. Our master expects success. So, here's confirmation. Alexius is part of the Venatori.